Hi everyone, I'm David Kelly, Executive Director of the eLearning Guild, and I'm joined today by Jonathan Halls, author of Rapid Video for Trainers, and we're going to talk about the session that he did at the DevLearn Conference and Expo this week. Jonathan, thanks so much for joining me.
Hey, thanks for having me.
So we're going to do this informally. We'll play a game while we're having a quick conversation. Which game would you like to play?
Well, I can't count past 4, so maybe we go for Connect to 4.
All right, let's do that. All right, so why don't you go first and we'll start chatting here. So you're doing a session called Film School for Learning Professionals?
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess there's two types of videos that we talk about in our world. Mm-hmm. There's the video file and there's a video. So I do a voiceover on PowerPoint and it's not really a video, it comes out as a video file.
Right.
So we're really looking at video as a filmmaker would look at it.
Okay.
And the premise, I guess, goes back to a couple of key things. And what I really wanted to emphasize in the session, and I think I did, was that video is a show, don't tell medium. So when people watch video, they remember what they see and they forget what they hear.
Okay.
And one of the big problems that we have, and I see this in a lot of clients, is we have this tendency to want to write a script.
Yes.
And get the words right, because all through grade school, we were taught to write. We're taught to choose nice words. We're taught all these sorts of things. But when it comes to video, if we focus on the words, which people are going to forget,
Yep.
all of a sudden, they are actually forgetting most of our content. So what I really looked at was the importance for good video. If you're going to be like a professional video maker, you always start with pictures. So instead of using words, we use shots. Instead of using sentences, we use sequences. So we kind of just explored what that meant.
Okay. So what are some of those? It's your turn, by the way.
Oh, I missed out.
You missed it,
yeah, well, there we go.
So what are some of the differences between the two?
I think there are a number of things that I see a lot, and it doesn't represent everything, but what I see a lot in the learning world is people will look at video as a way of presenting a textbook. They take a book and they'll try and turn it into a video. Whereas a videographer will say, what am I trying to help somebody understand or learn? And rather than try and squeeze that into the screen, they'll say, what pictures can I use to show what we're going to do? And because video is a show, don't tell modality, they will look at some topics and say, you know what, we can't use video for this. HR policy, tax, financial stuff, just won't work. However, if it's a psychomotor skill, doing something with their hands, doing something that's active, that'll actually work well in video. So videographers start thinking about pictures. They start thinking about action. One of the things that turns people off when they watch video is no action. And I'm guessing it's my turn again.
It is your turn.
I get carried away. You see, here we are. And I have no idea how we're going to make this work, actually. It's going to be just...
It is.
Continuing to add up the yellows. But one of the things the videographers do is they look at changing shots because that keeps people watching.
Okay.
Videographers will look to make sure there's lots of action in the shot. And the other thing too is start thinking about other elements. How can you use music to add emotion and engage viewers when they're watching the videos? How can you also clarify some issues using other techniques like text graphics within video? But at the end of the day, I guess what we really looked at was, let's not do video just like a screen capture video. Let's use video almost if it's a TV show to help people be engaged with the learning. And it all starts with the pictures. People often say, well, how do I know if a topic is going to be effective in video? Because Jonathan, you say that some topics don't work. And I go through a kind of a set of rules. I ask these questions. I say, first of all, if I need to show something to help somebody learn, video is perfect.
Right.
If my instinct in a classroom situation might be to tell somebody, video won't work. Use a podcast or something else like that. If I need to get a message across fast and furious, and maybe it's some concepts or something like that, an infographic is probably going to be better than video. And if it's going to require analysis, exploring a topic in detail, probably it's going to be the written text form that's going to work best. And if you really think in those terms, you then save a lot of time and energy. To do a good video, you've got to spend probably 3 to 4 hours for every 1 minute. And when you think about traditional TV production, just the editing, usually they'll spend 2 hours for 1 minute of final time on screen. So if that's the commitment you're putting into do video, you really want to make sure it's worth it. And if it's not a show topic, I'm kind of guessing we're wasting our time.
There's so much value in what you were sharing. I'm so happy for the people that were able to sit in your session. I've noticed that while you've been talking that I've lost, so I guess that means we're out of time. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me today. I know you speak at our events often. Be on the lookout for more sessions from Jonathan at future eLearning Guild events. Thanks so much.